So where do you even start to analyze United yesterday? Someone help me out.
Okay.
Where?
You start analyzing United by saying that, of course, you are outdone by the better team. But then there is something else that popped up, and that you lack depth. And you've got the wrong bunch of players in that team. And probably if you are going to do a clear out of that team, you'd get majority of the team. So I'm trying to think about Rashford being played in a different position, definitely, because the only other guy we had was Anthony Martial, and he was injured. But then even your guy who you praise a lot, Vegos,
defensive striker.
Yes, he comes on in the 60th minute, and on the other side, I'm looking at Pep Guardiola taking off Kevin De Bruyne and bringing on Phil Foden, but you're bringing in Scott McTominay and Vegos. Vegos, I think it took him around 4 minutes to get a fast touch.
Yeah, because United don't have the ball.
Which was offside at the end of the day.
Yeah, United don't have the ball. You see, here's the thing. I understand your dislike for Weghorst, but he did the job. What United need Weghorst to do, especially between January and March, he did it. Just put yourself about, be busy, bother people, harass people, defend from the front. Players are number 10 against Barcelona, by the way, which is ridiculous, really but nice. Players are 10. Yeah. But he did the job. He did what they needed him to do, okay? But is he United quality? You and I know he's not United quality. No. To be honest, if you are to line up that team, and I dare us to open that list and say, if you are to look at this squad and ask yourself, in this whole United team, which players would you look at and say they are top quality? If you look at the starting 11, for example, yesterday, De Gea, of course, given what we are seeing. Wan-Bissaka, Bilenga Musika,
no, he's not.
No. Lindelof is solid as an understudy. Yes. He could be okay as a squad player.
Yeah, he's been okay since.
Yeah, he's okay. Varane is a great player who's made of glass.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a good assessment. Yes.
Luke Shaw, of that whole backline, Luke Shaw is the best.
Yeah, he is.
Luke Shaw could easily get into any team in that top 4, top 5 as the starting left back.
Yeah, he could.
Any.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans, any.
Yes, Arsenal, yes.
He plays instead of Zinchenko, he plays instead of whatever City put at left back, he plays ahead of Robertson. He plays ahead of everyone else.
Yeah.
I think he
Luke Shaw is
he quite possibly might be there in terms of where he would fit in another team. He might be the only one who can start in any other team in the Premier League. Actually might be the only one. Casemiro, okay, he's all right. Casemiro is okay. He was very good until those that madness around
red cards,
those red cards, and then he dipped after the Carabao Cup. But the last few games, he's looked okay.
Been comfortable.
So him is world class. Pastor Fred, we all know.
Hello.
Extremes.
He does
good.
Yes.
And then very bad.
Yes.
He does
extremes.
Like great and then terrible.
Yes.
There's a game he's put in. You want him to be subbed. Like
against Fulham, he had a brilliant assist on that day to Bruno Fernandes. Yeah. And then he's hot and cold.
Eriksen is a TBT.
Yes, I agree.
Old age is coming.
He was great.
Yeah.
Bas.
No.
Sancho, please.
No.
Rashford,
maybe.
Give him a chance.
Maybe.
Rashford is.
Yeah, can give him a chance. 30 goals this season, yes.
Then now you go to the bench.
Bruno no Magno.
Bruno, of course.
Yes.
Bruno, of course.
Bruno is the best player in the team.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
now look at
the bench. Go to the bench.
Look at the bench. Oh my God. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Dalo. No.
Elanga.
Maguire, even I gave up. I said, you know what? At some point, you have to count your losses.
Yes.
New Roberto Carlos, a.k.a. Malaysia.
Wow.
Pelestri. Even the ones who are injured. Anthony. Phil Jones. Martial, 8.5 years. It's time for him to go.
You can't really make a comparison with the other side.
Yes. Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah.
Better than whatever they were played at centre back yesterday, so he would be useful. Sabitzer got injured.
We forgot about him.
Another one.
Wow.
So question is, after all this, you do realize Ten Hag spent 100 and something million. Actually, I have that stat somewhere. Let me find it for you. Gross expenditure in 2022. I saved it because I knew you'd come up.
172.
Hold on. There you are. Gross transfer expenditure sum of 2022. Do you know which was the second team? Manchester United, 238 million euros.
And the job is still
for that. You see your lineup to Mesoma?
Yeah.
That's after spending 238 million euros. So yes, it's I didn't do it.
No. I agree on that. But then kuna zingine ameinherit. Si ati.
No. Expenditure, gross
Yes.
transfer expenditure, summer of 22. Summer, not
Since he
in
came.
the last decade.
Yeah.
One, yes. One
Alikuwa
summer.
number 2 kwa kutumia pesa.
Yeah.
In fact, Chelsea were first with 279, them 238, West Ham 183, Tottenham 170, Forest 157, Barcelona 155, PSG 148, City with 140, Bayern Munich 138, Wolves 137, Newcastle 136, and Arsenal 132.
Even Liverpool are not there.
Okay.
Liverpool wako hapo hivyo na 86.
Okay.
Hapo number 15.
That says a lot.
Yeah. It says a lot about
So-
the journey that needs to be taken by United.
So when we first sit here and we say, oh, but you know, I said, no, look, number one, we
But
keep saying Ten Hag. I say Ten Hag spent money in the transfer window.
Yes.
The question is on what he spent it on.
Okay.
Has it delivered?
I don't think he spent it on in the right people.
Okay, let's try and look at the guys he brought in. Lisandro Martinez.
We give you that one.
Decent.
Yeah,
Gets
we give you
injured,
that one.
gets
He give
injured.
you. We're not even fighting
Yes.
with that one.
There was
we
no
give you.
doubt.
He's been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With less amount of money, no doubt that Malacia was going to be an understudy.
That's
A left
fine.
back.
Plus, Luke Shaw is there. It's fine.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
give you that one.
Good one.
There's the one we are coming to. Go to him.
Casemiro, big signing.
Yeah, Casemiro, big signing.
I putting away as the best player United had this season
Yeah.
in
I
terms
think,
of the impact that he had on
I
that
think
team.
it's Fernandez, but yeah, I can go with
Fernandes.
Casemiro. It's
Yeah.
okay. I can give you Casemiro.
Yeah,
It's
we
fine.
sold the entire defensive midfield position there.
Yes.
So those are 3 of them which are
Which are okay.
decent.
Which are
No.
okay.
Casemiro
Decent.
is great.
Yes.
Lisandro is good.
Yes.
Malaysia is a non-issue.
Yeah.
Whether he's there or not there, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
So let's go to the elephant in the room.
Yeah, so the other one is Anthony. So 100 million,
100 million.
100 million from Ajax. His first year in the Premier League. Of course, I didn't expect astronomical numbers from Anthony.
But you expected him to dribble past the player at the very least. Okay, don't.
Yes.
Yes, at least I expected that. But then he gets injured again.
Injured the last 3 games of the season. The rest of it. What is Anthony's claim to fame? You tell me this side. Leave him alone.
And actually, it was last weekend or last week. The admin of Manchester United admin put a short video of Anthony dribbling past a person, but there was, after dribbling, nothing. There wasn't an end product. So I was wondering what was the importance of this. I think most of the Manchester United fans complained until it was taken down. He's one of those players. He dribbles. He can dribble.
He works hard.
There's a work rate there, but his final product isn't there. Currently it's not there.
Anytime I watch a game with my folks, you see, part of my folks are United fans. I'm a
Yes.
City fan. So anytime he gets the ball, I kind of have a smirk on my face, and they are really mad at me. I don't know why, but looking at how he has been throughout this season, you have to understand. Sometimes elewa kidogo. This guy, hey,
Hey, manze, asante.
let him do something.
So how was United's season? How would you classify it? Let me start from here, going this way to Sammy.
Satisfactory.
Average. Less than average. I don't know. Less
Below
than
average.
average is, yeah, it's below average.
Okay, so we are coming back of a season that we finished 5th. We clearly didn't have an identity. We had a few things around Ole Gunnar Solskjaer leaving, and then Ralf Rangnick was supposedly not supposed to be at the club coming in. And finally, we land on a manager who has a clear strategy and has a plan on how United should go around things. And those signings that you have actually rattled through, it's only one that stands out as one that didn't perform that well. And if you're going to tell me that United with a squad that...
Correction. The most expensive. You see, it's okay. It's like if you go to the supermarket and you buy things worth 1,000 bob, and then you say, I bought good things, but the one thing you bought for 700 bob was rotten.
Yes.
Or wasn't as good as the other, or it was expired, or something was not right. So you are saying these are the 3 things worth 300 were all very good, but the main one is, anyway, go on.
Okay. Okay, that one I agree. I agree on that. And I believe that he's a guy who's going to take growth. He's going to improve in the next few seasons. I trust Ten Hag and what he does with these signings. So if you're painting for me at the beginning of the season that you're going to finish that, you're going to be in every competition, actually, when you look at it. United were in the FA Cup final. They reached all the way. They won the Carabao Cup. In the Europa League, it's a slight collapse that happened there against Sevilla. That was a pretty decent season from United. And we are going to take a leap, definitely. And it's going to take a lot. It's going to take Manchester United having to improve a couple of positions in the team. That was a decent season for United.
I like the fact you use the word decent. Decent is nice. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's just decent. That's nice. I like
Just
that word.
there.
That's fantastic choice of word.
Okay.
Just decent. Satisfactory. My satisfactory has been my word. Satisfactory. Not great, not bad, just satisfactory. I think they can do better. And everyone who's telling, oh, Wokabi, you hate United. No, look, I don't really care. Either way, I don't lose sleep over it. The only thing I lose sleep over more often than not is Faith and Omanyala, but I don't lose sleep either.
And Burnley.
And Yannick says Anthony is showboating one trick merchant. He's a prime Gabriel Obertan. Well, I wouldn't call him Obertan.
Wow.
I wouldn't call him Obertan, but yeah. And then Zoan has tweeted what we think about what happened in that Roma game. We'll talk about it when we come back. United are 2 or 3 seasons away to get to where Arsenal are. The process, leave alone challenging for the title. ETH is not the man. I am not saying he's not the man. I am not. But I hear what you mean when you say they are maybe 2 or 3 seasons away. They're at least a season, because that squad has to change, and you can't change it overnight.
Overnight, yes, you
it
can
has
do it
to change. You
overnight,
can't
yes.
change overnight. Then of course, let me scroll down and see. It's evident United need a ball carrying midfielder plus a midfielder who can pass.
Yes.
Will Mason Mount offer that? They have to get everything and get Harry Kane and another striker. They are awful in attack. And then I scroll down. Wesley says, mention to Opta statistics. I can mention one for you. I saw yesterday that Mr. Where is my guy? Kevin De Bruyne now has 28 assists for the season in all competitions. That's 12 more than any other Premier League player in all competitions. Since you want me to Opta, yeah.
The
Psychical.
king.
Like he's on a whole.
On
He's
level.
by a level by himself.
Yeah.
Paul Munish says it was a great game of football. City deserved to win. They are the new favorites to win the treble. They'll be looking to make their own history next week. Bipartisan says, for once I agree with James. This United is really poor, full of deadwood. That they finished third is a miracle. They have been linked to Mason Mount, makes it even worse. I don't understand the Mount bit,
Yeah.
but I will wait to see. I could be wrong. I will wait to see what they're supposed to do later on.
For me, it makes sense.
For me, it doesn't.
Okay, it makes sense that, of course, you have all agreed that Eriksen is running on
On empty.
fumes,
Yeah.
fumes right now, and Mason Mount is that kind of a guy that, okay, I wouldn't want to compare him with Donny van de Beek, but somehow of the same role. Remember the
It's a proper comparison. Actually, I can go far better and say he's better than Van de Beek.
Yes, he is. He is
Yeah.
definitely. He's been there in the Premier League, and he's hit double figures for a season. I remember he hit 11 goals and 12 assists.
Yeah.
The season with Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
And he's the typical box-to-box midfielder when you can term it that way. So if you have Casemiro holding, and then you have Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount who can attack, who can orchestrate and try and provide something, I think it could turn out to be a good season. And the thing that makes me happy is it's not only Erik ten Hag who's looking at Chelsea players off the back of a bad season. Pep Guardiola wants to sign Mateo Kovacic. There must be something they saw with
Yeah,
these Chelsea
but we
players.
all know why Kovacic sounds interesting. It's because if Gundo was to leave, Kovacic would be an interesting guy.
Yeah,
He'd sort of fit in that role and make sense. And also in Chelsea, since they have got 45 players,
Yes.
they have to get rid of some.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah, they have to. They just have to.
The throwaway
Chelsea
prize.
just have to. They have far too many players. So you've got to pick out, get rid of a few of them. Plus, Pochettino is coming in. Pochettino likes young.
Yes.
Kovacic may be thinking and N'Golo Kante thinking hapa pengine time yetu imeisha.
Yeah.
Anyway, Augustine says one thing we always agree, we don't buy hype. They praised Ole Gunnar Solskjaer style etc, but they couldn't outdo Jose. They couldn't Jose, who they called a failure. Ten Hag has tried but nothing much to praise. Top 4 was bare minimum. Maguire, Martial and Sancho should leave ASAP. Now, if there's someone I agree with is that bit of top 4 is bare minimum for United. Every single season, for me, they should be in the top 4. There should never be a debate about it. Europa League under Jose is the highlight. In that last decade, the season, to them, they just describe as shambolic. That's Obara. Martin says Wesley Sneijder was ahead of Gundo for sure. Then Wesley says, I don't understand why United went for Sancho. Neither do I. Then Colin says Sancho should call himself to a meeting. Just one more season and United will move on from him if he
another one.
doesn't improve.
Another meeting.
Yes, and then he says United have too many average players.
Kadogo.
Too many average players other than Bruno and Casemiro. There is no real quality. I agree with you totally. Maybe the question next should be what should be United's very quickly so that we get done with this United bit. Joe Kaminja says Anthony is just another Javinho.
Wow.
That sounds so close to the point. It's scary. Like if you think about Javinho's, just think
And you
through
think-
the Arsenal. you can see the similarities.
There's something.
We are not saying it's 100%, but that comparison is not way off the mark. It's not way off the mark. That comparison is nice. I like Joe.
That's a spot on, eh?
Karibu. It's almost-
I like that.
Almost.
I like that one. James, with all due respect, we are shareholders of the show. We expect you to be switching off the mic for anyone who tries to defend Anthony, Sancho, and Mudryk. Talk to Sammy directly.
Don't go through the corners.
and Cucurella.
Another
Okay,
one
I'm
who's been
roasted.
sold.
I'm roasted, yes.
Na nilikuwa
I'm roasted.
nimewawona,
Sawa,
eh?
not bad. Naitwa mikono juu.
Chep
Wow.
calling our season average how rich. You guys decided that United will not get any credit on this show today. Ten Hag has done an underrated job this season. Shocking lack of objectivity today, but we take it and move. That is Saji Mwalimu.
Yes.
Pole sana Saji. Kevin says, I don't agree with Chepto. Less than average, I would say it's satisfactory. Very interesting. Thank you so much, guys.
That was a strong take from Hilda.
Yeah, but given the amount given they spend the most money in Europe, it's the least expectation.
Plus
to be
it's
honest.
United.
I-
They have
It's
to.
Manchester United.
Anyway, so what is their most important thing to sign?
I think it's a striker.
Strike as well.
A midfielder. A midfielder. For me, it would be a midfielder.
And
yeah.
special mention to the goalkeeping as well. 'Cause it
Special
seems
mention.
like-
Hey.
The thing is, I don't see any goalkeeper that stands out right now.
That's
Yeah,
actually
that's
my
another
fear.
problem,
Yeah. Yes.
Who do you sign?
Yeah, because
But I think the
Arsenal
hairstyle is
did a
done.
good job to get Ramsdale off there. I can't see one right now. So he's the least of our worries, as you said, because he's nearing
Go
an
to
extension.
Brighton, get Raya. Is that
Raya.
is that Raya?
Brentford.
get
Yeah,
Raya.
actually, they're
Nice.
signing Mark Flecken from Freiburg, so that
Yeah.
could be
Maybe get
someone.
Raya.
Yeah, could be
Raya,
someone
yes.
there.
Who's that? The one at Brighton is called who?
Sanchez.
Yeah.
Robert
Sanchez,
Sanchez.
yeah.
Though he also doesn't play well with his feet.
Yeah.
It's the reason he's being dropped for steal.
Yeah, yeah. True.
Yeah, because De Gea really can't play with his feet.
Yeah,
he
but
can't.
but
Like, where are
If-
these
if-
good goalkeepers?
but even listening to Eric Ten Hag after the game, it doesn't sound as if he's gonna throw him under the bus at any given time.
because he has more problems.
Yes, and I think the number one thing should be a striker. I don't want to see Wout Weghorst or Anthony Martial again next season.
Midfield.
Yeah, probably Mason Mount could be a good addition. I've also seen talks of Declan Rice. I don't know how they're gonna work with Casemiro, but
That's going to be a
one guy who's gonna orchestrate things and be in an attacking role could be a good addition also to the team.
So defender.
Defender Lisandro Martinez will be back.
Yeah, three
Yeah, but
Lindelof
who is he playing with?
Lindelof.
Love is not top qualities.
We
Actually,
can't just solve
three-
everything in a
Two
window.
centre backs.
Sammy, honest to himself, we can't solve everything
At one,
in one window.
Yes.
And I
Just
agree.
try.
So
Yeah.
you have to choose your battle.